Hello, my name is Carmen Massey. I am an elementary education major from Asheville, North Carolina, and today I had the opportunity to interview Miss Lee. Miss Lee is a sixth-year resource teacher at Inca Intermediate, a predominantly white school. She was able to tell me a lot of good information about how she uses assessments in her classroom. This was very helpful to see a firsthand experience of how assessments may work in a real setting and real context. I was able to get a lot of good insight from this interview, and I definitely will be using some of the information that she provided in my future classrooms because I deem it as very important because she talks a lot about having the students know their assessments and looking back at them and making sure that whatever you're doing, the students know the intentions and goals of that. The first question I asked was, how did you know that your class has achieved mastery? Ms. Lee stated that that the class will understand the assessment and that they'll be able to show them how a problem is solved by demonstrating it and explaining their work, whether that be up on the board when she calls on them, whether that be her asking them to demonstrate to another student, or whether that be one-on-one experiences and they're able to talk to her and tell her how they were able to solve a problem. The child will be able to model it and explain it to her with fidelity. And if they're also able to teach someone else how to do it, whether that be her, the classmates, peers, parents, etc. The next question I was able to ask her was, under what circumstance do you reteach assessment material? This is important if your students are not achieving the certain stance of how you want your assessments to be approached, or what level you want them to approach them at, especially at their grade level or with their capabilities. She stated to me that if the students do not pass the assessment, especially if one student does not pass, she will have an intervention with that one student. But if the class does not pass, she will be able to reteach the lesson and the concept, and then she will give intervention and activities and then re-give the assessment so that they're able to pass the assessment afterwards. I also asked her, how do you communicate assessment results to the student, because it's very important. She said she calls students back one at a time and they'll talk about it. She'll let them look at the test, they'll discuss the problems that they missed, and then she'll ask them how they got their answer, and then she'll also try to figure out where they had a misunderstanding, and she'll reapproach that misunderstanding and then assess their understanding completely of the whole subject and then critique as needed, which I really liked that concept, and I liked the way she went about that because I plan to do that in my classroom as well. Lastly, I asked, how do students track their mastery progress after an assessment in her classroom? They will have a goal data tracking sheets, which I really like this. The sheets will have the goal they're working on, whether that be comprehension, behavior, math, fluency, or phonics, and they will have them in their folders, and they're able to check them every week. They're able to average their results up, and they will use this to set the goal for the next week. And I really like this one too. I would definitely plan on using my classroom. I had the joy of interviewing her, and I definitely will take everything that she told me into my years of teaching. Thank you.